Thank you, Brygarn. It is unfair to me to unburden myself in this manner, time after time, but I am glad that you permit me nonetheless. You are my true friend and ally. Though not all of our fellow Scions will support our stance on Estinian, I have faith that we will win them over in due course. Such is the infectious power of hope. Right. That is quite enough solemn introspection for one night. I think we would both benefit from some time in the company of Tataru. She stays for us at Fort Tom Manor. Let us not keep her waiting any longer. Yet again, we walk an all too familiar path. I am reminded of when we first came to this manor. Lost and uncertain, we were granted succor in our hour of need. We were saved, and now it is our turn to return the favor. Hear, hear. Let no one say that the Scions do not repay their debts. After all, what kind of people would we be if we forsook our friends? If we stopped looking for Ida and Papalimo, or if we gave up hope of bringing Minfilia back? Though she knew it would cost her dearly, Minfilia reached out to us to deliver a message. She believed it was imperative that we understand the true nature of this star, of the rift between Zodiark and Hydaelyn, and of the Ascians' aspirations. But for all that has been revealed, I cannot shake this suspicion that there is much we have yet to learn. In any event, I think it's time we step back from the fray and carefully consider our next course of action. It will not be easy to turn this tragedy to triumph, but we will find a way. We will. We will. Ooh, I get to choose. Fending. I have learned the battle stance.
Of all the ways for it to end. Even before his transformation, I could feel the worm's hatred swirling about Estinian. The terrible, all-consuming rage. Enough to fuel a 1,000-year quest for vengeance. It was all I could do not to run away screaming. But Ishgardians, nay, all Eorzeans, are made of sterner stuff. They face danger and death on a daily basis, and understand what it takes to win a war.
Think not too deeply on Master Matoya's words. Her intent was but to steal our resolve. That, and to remind us to look beyond these passing conflicts to trials greater still, to the truth which hides at the heart of this world.
So that's your aim, is it?
You disapprove?
Not at all. I believe it's traditional for the student to follow in the footsteps of the master. And you are so very alike.
That guy needs to wash his hair. He probably tuned in to the conference as well, from afar.
Change. That great inexorable wave was upon us. and soon all of Ishgard would bend to its will. For all our sins, for all our scars, the future for which we had long yearned was at last within our grasp. But it would be bought at a heavy price. For in those twilight hours did Nidhogg cry out for vengeance, and his brethren raise their voices for the final chorus of the Dragon Song War.
From the memoirs of Count Edmond de Forton, Heavensward, The Gears of Change. Oh, Shin Ida, that is all I ask. Do not be so eager to place your faith in them. Not until we know more. They did not like me until I put on the mask. The man within. Ah, Master Misterall. It is well that you are here. You are wanted within. I believe Master Alphino wishes a word with you. Go into the house. I mean, you would like a word from her. I would like a word from him instead of talking to other people. Ah, Brygarn. There you are. Have you a moment? There is something I would fain discuss. I must ask that you recall the events which unfolded at the peace conference, though I dare say you would sooner forget them. My mind returns again and again to the moment when Nidhogg appeared before the crowd in the guise of Estinian. It was a sight to chill the soul, but one which gave me reason to hope that our friend might not be beyond salvation. When you described his faithful transformation at Aziz's Law, I feared him lost forever. But the mere fact that some semblance of his former self endures must surely count for something. Alas, I have no evidence to support this impression. Thus, did I turn to Y'shtola and Cryo for more empirical appraisal, and full glad am I that I did. For it would seem that they have some observations of their own to share. The ladies have saved us a table at the Forgotten Night. Shall we go? Excellent. Let us not keep our honored colleagues waiting.
We have kept you waiting over long, I fear.
Not to worry, Alphino. We had some rather fine mulled wine to keep us company. Truth be told, you could have delayed your arrival a few moments more.
Gibrion got the spicing just right this time. His latest batch is not only delicious and warming, but soothing to the humors.
Indeed. But 'twas not to soothe our humours that we gathered here.
Ah, no, quite right. The matter of that poor dragoon.
You have discovered something. A means to save him?
Let us not jump to conclusions, shall we? Assess the facts presented, then make an educated analysis, as you were taught.
Pray, cast your mind back to the moment of Estinian's transformation. Do you recall how you described it to us?
Oh dear, it was
You
very...
spoke of the sudden pangs which racked his body when he took up both of Nidhogg's eyes, and of how his form was twisted thereafter into a shadowy semblance of the Great Worm.
Yeah, it was very graphic, let me tell you.
The worm's eyes were fused to his mail.
Would that only his armor had been corrupted. Snaking forth from the eyes, I descried dark tendrils which entangled his very being. His ether has been all but smothered.
Then he is lost to us forever?
Let's not jump to conclusions.
What did I just say about jumping to conclusions? Y'shtola clearly stated all but smothered.
Dude, you gotta stop doing
I later
that.
discovered her impression matched my own. Though Nidhogg's presence filled my mind's eye, beneath his seething aura, I sensed the merest hint of something else. And after listening to Y'shtola's observations, I became more certain of my suspicion that the something else I'd sensed was, in fact, the trace of a different will, submerged in the sea of Nidhogg's rage.
You mean...
Yes, 'tis like that Estinian spirit yet lingers.
Can we not wrest him from Nidhogg's grasp, then? Tear the eyes from the armor?
We know not if that would serve to separate Worm's soul from man's. None have ever attempted such a feat.
Should it offer even the faintest hope of success, then by the gods, I shall be the first to try.
Alphino. By all means, hold fast to your hope, but be mindful of the dangers. Even should you succeed in excising the eyes from the Dragoon's mail, we have no way of knowing if your friend's soul would survive so violent a separation. And that is to say nothing of the possibility that his would-be savior might become Nidhogg's next host.
But what other choice remains to us? Should the opportunity present itself, I will tear those foul orbs from Estinian's armor and trust in the resilience of his soul, even at the risk of mine own.
Ah! I found you at last! A messenger of the Temple Knights came to the manor some few hours past. The Lord Commander humbly requests the company of the Warrior of Light and Master Alphino.
Sir Emmerich would speak with us. Very well, thank you, Onawa.
'Twould seem duty calls. Pray see to yours, and we shall return to ours.
Thank you, Y'shtola, Kryl. Your words have given me hope where there was none. Come then, Sir Emmerich awaits.
Alphino is allowing his feelings for this Dragoon to cloud his thoughts. I worry he may do something rash. Keep an eye on him, would you?
I'll watch him like a hawk. He's still a kid, but he's got a lot to learn. It's like I'm babysitting him.
They think more of their friends' deliverance than their foes' defeat. But will history commend their fealty or condemn their folly?
Only time will tell. That's all there is to it.
The conference held at Falcon's Nest was to be a celebration of the reconciliation twixt man and dragon. But the lingering shade of Nidhogg, clad in the flesh of the Azure Dragoon, did mark the occasion by spilling the blood of his own kind. A timely atrocity to remind the children of Ishgard that the Dragonsong War was far from over. And when fear gave way to fury, the call to arms rang out anew. Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
Death to Nidhogg. Those are going to be the last remaining words of that guy's brain, and his ears, and his eyes, and his mouth, and his arse. He's going to hear it for the rest of his days. Death to Nidhogg. And all that means for him. We gotta bring this war to an end. What news has Sir Aymeric to share with us, I wonder? Who knows? An ally for Ishgard. Might Sir Aymeric perchance have received word of a Dravanian advance? Or mayhap they have located Esti? That is to say, mayhap Nidhogg has been found. Come, I would hear what Lord the Commander has to say. So yeah, so now it's confirmed that Estinian can be saved. We just got to do it carefully.
My friends, I thank you for coming.
You have had news of Nidhogg?
Alas not. Our scouts range far and wide, but they have as yet found no trace of the Great Worm.
We dispatched an elite unit of dragoons to reconnoiter the churning mists, but even they returned empty-handed.
A pity.
Fear not, Alphino. We shall see the worm again soon enough. His words at Falcon's Nest attest to that. Indeed, he is like to come sooner than we would wish.
I assume Ishgard's defenses are being bolstered as we speak?
With all haste. I mean to call upon every able-bodied warrior at our disposal, from the Knights of the Four Houses to the men and women of the Watch. But I did not summon you to discuss strategy.
What then would you have of us, my lord?
I will speak plain. Now that Nidhogg is possessed of both of his eyes, no mortal force we can muster will repel him. That being the case, we must needs recruit an ally of equal strength.
You speak of Hraesvelgr?
I do. To whom else could we turn?
That he is Nidhogg's equal, I do not deny, nor can I name another. But convincing the reclusive creature to do battle with his own brood brother will be... how shall I put this?
It will be no small undertaking, yes. Estinian's report was most particular about Hraesvelgr's unwillingness to involve himself in the affairs of men. But much has changed since your visit to Somal. And if there is even a chance that the dragon may be swayed, I must plead our case. Whatever price the dragon asks of me, I shall pay it. Such was my oath, to defend the people of Ishgard. Come what may, my friends, the battle with Nidhogg will mark the end of my tenure as the acting head of church and state. Will you help me discharge this final duty?
You're giving up after this war?
We will, my lord. Though I fear our involvement offers no guarantee of success. Come then. We will depart at your leisure.
Thank you. Both of you. The city is yours, First Commander.
Oh, he's giving it to Lucia.
My lord, we shall pray for your swift return.
Unless I could be wrong. I mean, when he said final duty, I was like, he's given up as Lord Commander after this? Sheesh. Again, I will just see what happens in the end. I should not be like Alphino and just jump to conclusions. Like, he did say final duty. So that must have meant, like, he's gonna stop being a commander at some point. Grieves me to impose upon you in this manner, but you of all people understand the threat we now face. It is no imposition, Sir Amaric. To Brygarn and I, Ishgard is as a second home. After the many battles we have fought and the bonds we have forged, the plight of our nation has become our own. If there is aught that we can do to aid in this salvation, then pray impose all you must. You are true friends. Shall we be about our tasks then? We have no way of knowing when Nidhogg's shade will strike, but we must assume that time is not our ally. Indeed. With that in mind, I have taken the liberty of dispatching a messenger to inform Mistress Totoro that you will be escorting me to Somal. I confess I did not provide the exact details of our destination, as they are as yet unknown to me. We will summon Hraesvelgr at Zenith in the Churning Mists. Ere we begin our ascent, however, I think it's best that we pay a visit to Annex Shrine. You seek an advantage in the coming negotiations. I do. I would consult with Vidofnir. I propose this in part out of concern for her condition. Were she to succumb to her wounds, it could have grave consequences for our alliance. That apart, she may be able to provide insight into her sire's current state of mind. Well reasoned. To the Dravanian Forelands, then. Well, time to make that ascent again. Time to make the journey all the way back up again. All the way to the Annex Shrine. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, I could definitely fly now. That feels nice. Ah, 'tis the warrior of warriors and his companions. What bringeth you to mine abode? Pray forgive us for disturbing your recuperation, Vidofnir. I hope your wound does not pain you overmuch. Didst thou imagine me close to death? The thrust was deep, but not mortal. I will heal in time. Full glad am I to hear it. You are the guest of honor at our conference, and we failed in our duty of protection. On behalf of Ishgard, I apologize unreservedly. I am a dragon full grown, and thou thought to protect me, mortal. I was tempered by the fires of battle ere thy great-grandsire learned to crawl. Thy words do remind me of a knight whom I called friend some 1,000 years past. He swore to defend me from harm and hardship. Would that we could return to that era of peace, when man and dragon knew such comradeship. Would that our enemy efforts to do so were not undone by ancient rancor. For truth, there can be no peace while Nidhogg's shade yet lingereth. That much is plain, yet we lack the strength to banish him. Thus do we make for Somal, to beseech the aid of your sire once more. Folly. Thou knowest as well as I know he will answer. Hraesvelgur's heart remains unchanged then. A pity. But if it is folly to hope, I am content to die a fool. As hath ever been the way with thy kind. Go then, but be warned, the Shade's presence hath driven its minions to frenzy. Thank you, Vidofnir. We shall disturb your rest no longer. I'm sure she will heal in time. What do I want? Probably determination. I gotta close the curtains. It's gonna shine bright in this place. Winning over the worm. Though I expected no better answer from Vidofnir, I take little pleasure from having been proven right. 'Twould seem that our presence at Zenith will be every bit as unwelcome as I had anticipated. But what is the ire of one great worm to a trio of self-confessed fools such as ourselves? Let us begin our ascent. After you, Master Alphino. Scout ahead if you wish, Brygarn. We shall join you outside Mogholm. What was it? I can't believe we're being unwelcomed into this place once again. Let us go there. It's like we're just diving head into danger. Oh hey, you took her bike. My fucking ship. I can't. My goddamn ship. I had heard tales of the world above the clouds, but never did I dream. One's mind paints a pale picture of its majesty. Few live to see such wonders. I am reminded of my first visit to this peak, when Astinian and Ezael yet walked at our side. God, not you guys again. Kupo! Is that you, Brygon? Ah, if it isn't Mog, don't tell me you've forgotten my name, Kupo. After all we've been through together. We'd rather not. But at least you remember me. You do remember me, don't you, Brygarn? How could I forget you, Moglin? Of course I do, Moghan. Apologies, my friend, but all Mughals look the same to me. Sure. Let's go with the first answer. How could you mistake me for that overstuffed throne warmer? I'm Moghan, the courageous Mughal who guided you to Zenith, Kupo. Putting our shared history to one side, what brings you and your friends to Mogholm, Kupo? Ah, another audience with old Hraesvelgur. Well, I hope you've brought the horn, Kupo. With the winds as gentle as they are, a good loud toot should reach the great worm's ears easily, though. Or easily enough. That is good to hear, Moghan. Thank you. We had best press on to Zenith, while the winds are in our favor. All over the land. Nothing, no, not and true. Not that was an unexpected, Kupo. Chief Moglin will want to hear about this. Alright, so Moglin was the leader. And that's the guy, Moghand, that guided us to him. Yeah, how could I forget, Mughals that all look the same, except for your cute-ass ball antennas on your head? I'm pretty sure, like, they're different colors for a reason. Right, should we be able to fly there and then toot our little snoot? And we'll give Hraesvelgr the word. You dare summon me again, mortals.
Great Hraesvelgr, 'tis not lightly that we beg this audience. Pray hearken to our words, for they concern the future of man and dragon both.
Greetings, Hraesvelgr. I am Emeric de Burrell, acting ruler of the nation of Ishgard. I am come before you to parley on behalf of my people.
To parley. Thinkest thou thy purpose unclear to me? Thou art come to beg mine aid in the battle against the shade of my brood brother.
You foresaw mine intent.
I but read that which is writ plain in thine eyes. Would that thou had wit enough to scry the answer in mine. My beloved Shiva did once build a bridge twixt man and dragon, a bridge which thy treacherous forefathers saw it to tear down, as thou well knowest. Thinkest thou Nidhogg was alone in despairing at the murder of our brood sister? Thinkest thou mine own soul did not cry out for vengeance? Know then that upon that cursed day, my heart did wither in thy breast, and thy kind become unto me the harbingers of despair. 'Tis only Shiva's gentle dream that preventeth me from flying at Nidhogg's shoulder. Be grateful that I swore to abjure aggression ere I consumed her. I permit my children to offer or deny thee aid as they see fit, to warn thy people of my brood brother's coming. That thou wouldst dare ask more of me, but affirmeth thine incurable arrogance.
We understand that in your despair at man's betrayal, you seek only the refuge of solitude. But despite your protestations of spent faith, do you not still nurture the smallest flame of hope?
Perceivest thou such light in the dusk of mine existence?
I do. If you claim I see falsely, then tell me, why did you consent to bear Rizel upon your back?
Izael. Piteous, deluded Izael. The child did lament her past sins, and sought to balance the scales with her remaining days. 'Twas her unquenchable passion, so alike to that of my beloved, which did spur me into flight. And for mine own part, I would countenance no longer the hands of evil men to use my brood brother's eye for ill.
So you do distinguish between those who acknowledge and repent their sins and those who perpetuate them. Interesting. It seems to me that you have not, in fact, lost faith in mankind as a whole. Rather, you weigh our respective merits by how we allow the past to influence our future.
Spare me thine idle sophistry. Even were there a mote of truth in thy reasoning, what of it? Wouldst thou have me slay mine own sibling to save a city of mortals?
Should we suffer ties of blood to bind our hands, then? Nay, if the crime is one of unconscionable evil, we must needs condemn it, even should the transgressor be our closest kin. When my father corrupted himself and his followers with the power of a primal, I beseeched the warrior of light to slay him, an act alike to patricide. That he did not die by my hand matters little. If anything, it heaps greater disgrace upon my name. But had my father not fallen, he would have drawn countless thousands into a holy war of hellish proportions, which I hold the greater crime. Thus did I order his execution, sparing the lives of my people and yours. Alas, your brother Worm now prepares to murder those whom I sought to spare. What is more, he has taken my comrade's body for his own. But if I must slay my dearest friend to defeat my direst foe, I will not flinch from my duty.
Thou wouldst strike down thy friend, and by example of thy righteousness, persuade me to break mine oath and kill my kindred. Heed me, my child. The servants of Hydaelyn envision a different outcome. They intend salvation not only for Ishgard, but for the doomed Dragon Slayer as well. He's like, you knew about this? Believest thou this shade to be Nidhogg returned? It is not merely a manifestation of his vengeance. The shadow cast by thy brood brother's rage? I will not command thee, but ponder well thy course, lest it lead thee onto greater remorse. While this shade of vengeance remains, the future will ever be uncertain. Nidhogg's transformation into rage incarnate is, in part, of mine own doing. I rendered unto him mine eye, and empowered his revenge for thereby. But 'tis the purity of my brood brother's wrath that lendeth him his all-surpassing might. Hey, you were part of this problem, you have to fix it. Hast thou the strength of will to stand against so terrible a shadow, I wonder? 'Twould seem I must put thee and thy companions to the proof. I shall await thee in the ruins wherein Ratatoskr once dwelled. Heed well the words of my children, and hasten thee to the place of thy trial. Yeah, he was probably like, I started this problem, I'm probably gonna have to be the one to fix it. Nope. Time to go to the meeting rounds where Ratatoskr once lived and probably failed, and see if we can stop this madness. I believe I spied a wyvern landing just outside the place. It is doubtless one of the children of whom Hreisfelger spoke. Come, my friends, let us not keep our escort waiting. My broodmates and I will bear you to the place of your trial. Make your preparations. Oh, okay. It's a dungeon. Okay. Haven't done one of these in a while. I mean, I was also doing a lot of other duty stuff, so if I were to look here, I unlocked the Dusk Vigil. There were a couple of other ones too that I did, like the hard mode of Somal, the Great Gooball Library, like ones that weren't in the story, like Neverreap. Here we go. The Sor Kai. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are a lot more exclusive now to the Switch too now, like the new Yoshi game. Damn it. I was gonna go to the party chat. Oh, wow. This is gonna feel a delight. Okay. Here we frickin' go. Time to test our might. I thought that almost looked like, oh, what's her face? Elise from Sonic 06. And she's the support. This looks like it doesn't take too long. There's like 3 objectives. Hick. Yeah. Oh, that's, that was lagging a little bit. I'm not too sure about that one. Like, do I need to have some tabs down? That thing is just a fan. That's gotta be someone's #1 fan. Alright. Do you think if I ever went back to being a tank, like, would I overcome my fear of just bringing, like, so many enemies towards me and just trying to survive? That is if I can ever, like, actually drag people in. Whoa. I gotta go this way. Done and done. There we go. Wait, is that a Moogle? What's a Moogle doing here? Wait, Chieftain Moglin? What the fuck? What are you doing here? Oh, is it because they were snooping in on this? Oh god. This is like the Great King Moogle again. This is like the Great King Moogle again, of all places. What was it? This is as far as you can go, Brygarn. You and your ridiculous name won't make it past me, Kupo. I'm not chieftain because I'm the biggest. I'm chieftain because I'm the baddest. Oh, that... Okay. That's enough. Hold up. Kupo, that's enough. You made your point. This isn't a fight to the death, Kupo. He spared us. So he knew because Moghan was snooping around while we were talking to Rice Felger and told the chieftain. Yeah, what even hell was his problem then? They really had something to do with more of the peace stuff to get rid of Nidhogg. Like, we gotta end this bloodshed. Like, what else can we even do to stop it? Than to kill the one that started it all. Ooh, there's an Anzu. I remember fighting these things. Especially in Final Fantasy X. Alright, here we go. Oh, this is Ratatosker's piece. Okay. So really, we probably could be heading over to her deathbed. Or something. Probably where she perished. Still, that... I would have loved to see, what she looked like. And somebody's gonna say, like, well, you did see her. Did you not read? Alright, we should be getting close to the second mid-boss. Oh. It's a giant horse. Oh, this is a weird layout. I feel like it's gonna have us going in a tight corner when it does its AoE. Oh. Looks like we gotta wait. Ow. Okay. That was, dastardly of me. Let me... There you go. I thought I... Okay. Thought I definitely healed. Alright. We'll take care of this horse. Wonder if we can get to ride him as a mount. Ow. Jesus. Alright, stand back. There we go. I did a smart. I definitely did a smart. There we go. Second boss done. Holy, where the hell are we going now? Oh, wow. Oh, this is beautiful. What the hell? Also, the beginning of that song, isn't that supposed to be like the opening theme for the intro to this expansion? I hear that a lot. All right, let's go. Whoa. Thou hadst weathered my trial thus far, but I am not convinced. I will try thy limits. Oh god. Oh no, that was Hraesvelgr. He's testing us, that's what it is. There we go. Nidhogg will spare thee no clemency, and thus neither must I. Okay. We have to actually take him on as a trial. Holy. We have to actually defeat Hraesvelgr to pass the test. Come, warrior. Show me that strength doth remain in thy frail mortal. Alright. Let's see what I got. Get that overheat going. Okay. The sky is the domain of dragons. How wilt thou contend with such mastery? Yeah, just move out of the way. Whoa. Thou art formidable. Okay, that's giving him a bit of a debuff. Yeah, gotta do this again. Yeah. I'm fiddling around with my fingers. Ow. Oh, ow, ow. Jesus. Fight on, warrior. Press thy attack. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, I'm staying right here. All right. Okay. It's not ice anymore. Ow. Oh, there we go. Someone used the limit break. Beep, 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 beep. Well, I guess we passed the test. Victory! Screech! Woo! They all just left too. Oh, but I at least got one player commendation. Number go up. And when number go up, I get more of a smile on my face. Even in bereft of an eye, my brood brother was a fearsome foe indeed. But having tasted thy strength firsthand, full well can I imagine how thou didst bring him low. The dread title of Azure Dragoon is no empty appellation. Very well. I shall trust in the seed of man one last time. By thy deed shall the flickering hope that lingereth yet within my heart be kindled anew, or extinguished forever. That you yet stand is ready proof of your determination, mortals. Let us fight as allies then, and together banish my brood brother's vengeful shade. On my oath, the wrath that once was Nidhogg shall meet its end. This I swear on the memory of my beloved Shiva, and on the soul of lost Izael. We did it! We've gained the trust. They're on our side now. Yay! Woo, can't believe it. They shall fight at our side one last time and bring the Dragon Song War to an end. Fucking finally. I can't believe it. After so many hardships and battles and blood we just shed to even get this far. Oh, ooh, my poor ribs. That was a painful reminder of a great worm's might. And had he truly meant us harm, we would not be standing here now. Plainly, his intent was to teach. His onslaught forced me to recall my training about the speed of the dragon, his balance, his blind spots. It was, in short, a very thorough lesson. Oh, we heard that. Oh, Kupo. Brygarn, let me begin by congratulating you on the completion of your trial. For one with the name more befitting a jester, you fight with the savagery of a rabid demon. Do you see how my wings are kinked? Even my palm aches. After this drubbing, I fear my loyal subjects will have to hear the load of my personal chores for quite some time, Kupo. Possibly indefinitely. Oh no. What? When I told you about Brygon's trial, I didn't mean for the rest of us to suffer. I heard that. That's triple shifts for you, Markan. Triple? That's not fair. There's no justice, Kubo. Not at all. Do. Well, that serves you right for interfering with our trial.
Our negotiations proved rather more strenuous than I had anticipated, but the results seem well worth the effort.
The battle was indeed hard won. Thank you, my friends. I would never have earned Hraesvelga's cooperation had you not seen fit to grant me yours. 'Twas your stalwart heroism that moved the heart of the Great Worm at the last. Any gratitude I can offer is but poor reward for your continued service to Ishgard.
Twould seem our final reckoning with the dread worm is at hand. I only wish we had some inkling as to when he means to strike.
You mean right now?
Oh, gods.
The cry heraldeth his coming. Nidhogg's shade hath taken wing.
It has begun. We must away to Ishgard.
Yeah, it looks like his plan of attack is now. We gotta go back to Ishgard. Ah, yes, the options. Oh, man. An end to the song. Ishgard will not last long against Nidhogg and his horde. We must away. I must away. The bell tolls in the cathedral of the dead. I must away. Know you then what this roar portendeth?
I must return to my city without delay.
Then we shall lend you our wings. Let us meet with Nidhogg on the field of battle, and together bring an end to his wrathful song. I get to ride on Hraesvelgar. Sir Aymeric gets the random one.